Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little top 10 Tuesday and I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite drugstore or affordable foundations. So if you are curious about what my top 10 favorite drugstore foundations are, then let's get started. Now keep in mind before we even get started. Okay, so these are in no particular order whatsoever. I love these all for different reasons, but I just want to also, a little disclaimer before we get started, that I have normal to oily skin. So what works for me or what is one of my favorites might not be one of your favorites. You might hate this foundation, or what works for you I might not like, because we're all different. We all have different skin textures. You know, some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin. Everyone is different and everyone's skin is different, so everything's gonna work different for everyone. But these are just my top 10 favorite drugstore foundations. So let's just keep that in mind while we're going through these. First one is the Maybelline SUPERSTAY Foundation Stick. I really like this foundation because you can wear it in a more light way. And if I do wear it in a light way, I will even just use this sponge and kind of blend it around and do like a light, very everyday kind of thing. Or you can really build this up and use a brush or a sponge and really get a full coverage out of this. It's, I would say, a matte finish on me personally. So I really like that. And it says full coverage on there, which I believe, because you can build it up to full coverage, or you can just do like less stripes on your face and don't put as much and it'll be less coverage. And what I love about this is that it's so easy, because you just like stripe it on, like draw it on your face and then just blend it out. It's super quick and super easy. So in conjunction with that, I also love the liquid version as well. So this is the Maybelline SUPERSTAY 24-Hour Foundation, and this is the liquid version. So I really like this foundation. It's also, I think, good for oily skin. It's not super thin and watery. It is kind of a thicker formula. So I really, really love this foundation. I really enjoy it. And I think it looks really beautiful on the skin. Okay, so the next one is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This does have a sunscreen of 25 in it, so I think that's great. And this stuff looks so beautiful on the skin. It's not super matte like the last one, and it's a little bit more liquidy. Like as you put it on your hand, you can see it'll kind of start to run down. So this is a little bit more liquidy, but it looks so beautiful on the skin, and it does last a long time. This 24-hour, I don't know if you're actually wearing your makeup for 24 hours, but I do think that it does last a long time on the skin, and it does look so beautiful on your face. It does not look cakey at all, and you can get a good medium to full coverage out of this foundation. So I definitely recommend. I love L'Oreal and Maybelline foundations, but this one is really good and it's a new foundation. Okay, so the next foundation I want to talk about is the NYX Total Control Foundation Drops. So this one does not have a pump like the last two. It has a dropper that you can drop it on your skin and blend it out. I like this foundation for very light, natural looking days. In my opinion, I feel like it's a light to medium maybe coverage, but this is a good foundation for quick little everyday kind of things. You just kind of drop it on your face and blend it out. And I think that it's really good. I don't use it as often because I like a full beat, you know what I mean? But I do like a good natural day every once in a while. And then I like to use this on days like that. Okay, so the next foundation that I want to talk to you about is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This you have seen me use many times on my channel because I love this foundation so much. I think that if I was going to recommend, if someone was like, oh, I want a drugstore foundation, which one should I get? I feel like the matte and poreless, I mean, there is a dewy and smooth one, of course, but I chose the matte and poreless one. But it's not super matte, and if I was going to recommend someone a drugstore foundation, I would probably recommend this because it's just so universal. It looks good on so many different kinds of people, like different kinds of skin types and textures and stuff. And it just looks so natural on the skin. It does not look cakey at all. You can barely tell that it just looks like your skin, but better, nice and evened out. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like makeup, you know? So that's why I really love this. I can wear this for a long period of time. I think that it wears really well. It doesn't say like that, it's not advertised that it wears a long time, but in my opinion, it does. And I just love this foundation. They have so many shades. And like I said, they do have the dewy and smooth version or the matte and poreless. I like the matte and poreless, and I think I have this in like 6 different shades because I love it so much and I want to be able to wear it no matter if I'm super fair or super tan. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this one. It's so good. You guys should check it out. But I do wish that it had a pump. This one does not have a pump. You just have to like pour it onto your hand or onto a little palette or something, and that is one downside to this, is I wish that it had a pump. That would be amazing, but it's worth it for me to just pour it out on my hand and work off of it like that. Okay, so the next one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I love that this one comes with a little paddle like this, and you can just wipe it right on your face. I know it's probably not the most sanitary thing, or you can wipe it on your hand and then put it on your face, but I love that it has a little spatula thing that you can easily put it on with. It's not like it has no pump. It has something, which I love that. This is super cheap foundation, and I think it works really good. Some people hate the smell because it kind of smells like paint, but honestly, I think it smells good. It doesn't bother me at all. This is called Photo Focus because it was tested in 7 light conditions and still looks good under 7 different kinds of lighting. So I think that this is amazing if you're going to be taking pictures or whatever, and I think it wears really, really well. It looks really good on the skin. They have lots of shades again, and I really, really love this foundation. Okay, so the next one I want to share with you is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. This is, again, one of my top favorites. They're not in any order, of course, but this one has a special place in my heart. It is new to me, like fairly, I mean, I've had it for like a couple months now, and I cannot stop using it. I adore this giant doe foot applicator. You can just swipe it right on your face, blend it out. It's super easy. I love the shade F10, that's what I have, and I think they have a lot of good shade ranges. I love this foundation. It's definitely full coverage, definitely conceals anything you need to conceal. I'm wearing it today. I love it. I just think it looks so, so good. Like, it is full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey to me, and you can also do less of it, you know, again, because you have this doe foot applicator. You could just do like 2 dots on this side, 2 dots on this side, or you can do multiple and get a more full coverage look, or you can do less and get just a natural looking finish on your skin, and I like that. This one right here, I would definitely recommend checking this out. Very affordable, again, of course, because all these are, but love, love, love this foundation. The next foundation is the L'Oreal True Match. This is an OG foundation right here. It is medium to full coverage. I feel like you can build it up. This just looks good no matter what, and it lasts a really long time, like, and stays looking good. You know what I mean? So that's why I really love this foundation. I do hate that it doesn't have a pump. Again, like Maybelline, you have to pour it out, but it's worth it because it is so good. They have a million shades, not really, of course, but they have a ton of shades to choose from in this foundation, and it's just a classic. Like, how can you not love this foundation? I just love it so much. It looks so good on your skin, and I would definitely recommend this for any kinds of skin, whether you have dry or oily skin, maybe even more mature skin. I just feel like it looks so much like skin, kind of like the Maybelline one. I feel like these are very similar to me, and that anyone could probably use these, any age, of course, any skin tone, because they both have like a ton of shades to choose from, but either dry or oily, I feel like could wear this, and it's gonna look great on you. Oh, and side note, both of these foundations, because I'm kind of comparing them because I do think that they're kind of similar and they would work for so many different kinds of skin. You can do like just a little bit of this and really spread it around and get a very light, very natural, everyday kind of look with it, or you can build them both up and get a really nice full glam look out of them. So the next foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. So first off, this is a matte foundation, and it is oil-free, and I do love this packaging. I love that you can just squeeze it out onto your hand, get a brush or a sponge, and put it on. It's so convenient. And also, it's plastic, so it's not gonna break if you travel with it. It's not like it's glass or anything, so it's super travel friendly, and this is definitely full coverage and definitely matte. If you don't like matte, then they also have a Pro Glow version if you like a more glowy, dewy look, but I can't wear something like that because in like an hour, I look like an oily mess. I like the matte formula of this, and I think that it looks really good on the skin, definitely full coverage, and this is just a great foundation. I love L'Oreal foundations. Hello. Anyways, I really love this foundation. I think you guys should try it out, and if you want a glowy one, they have a Pro Glow version as well. Lots of shades in this as well. And this just looks so good. It just looks so good. What else can I say about it? This is 24-hour wear. I mean, what else can I say? Okay, and the last one is Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. This is a great foundation. It's very full coverage. It's gonna conceal and perfect for sure. It looks really good on the skin. It says it's sweat proof, water resistant, medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil free formula. And I definitely agree with that. I think that it does wear a long time. Water resistant, sweat proof, that's always a plus. That's kind of, I think, what intrigued me about this is that it's so long wearing, sweat proof, water resistant. I think that that's really awesome. And it's definitely a thicker kind of foundation, kind of like, you know, the Superstay kind of feel, you know, on the back of your hand. When you feel them both, they feel very similar because they're thick and just not as watery, you know what I mean? So these two are kind of very similar to me. So I really love this Milani. I have shade 3. I don't know if they've come out with, I got this like when it first came out, and I think that they've come out with more shades since then. So like whenever I first picked this out, I didn't remember them being too many shades, but I think now they have expanded the line. So that's awesome. And this is a really good foundation if you're looking for a full coverage kind of deal. All right guys, so that is it for my top 10 Tuesday. That is my top 10 favorite drugstore foundations. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments what one of your favorite drugstore foundations are so that I could try it out if I don't already have it. I love to try out foundations. It's one of my favorite things to try out. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know what your favorite drugstore foundations are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!